way to work, and I decided to vlog it since I might get fired soon. I'll tell you why a little bit later. But yeah, this is a day in the life of an Amazon driver. And I am a couple minutes away. And okay, so I guess I'll tell you now. Why might I get fired soon? Well, I got a write-up for a no-call, no-show. When I didn't no-call, no-show, I was sick. I had COVID. Called the night before and said, hey, I'm pretty sure I have COVID. Because my roommate tested positive for COVID and we have the exact same symptoms. So I won't be able to work. And they said, okay, just keep us posted. Tell us what the test says and then tell us when you can come back in. I said, deal, will do. Tested that evening, tested positive for COVID. Then I texted in the morning and said, yeah, I actually did test positive. And they gave me a no-call, no-show because I texted them after 7. So I'm supposed to call in before 7 if I have to call in, or I'll get a write-up. But I called in the night before, and they told me before that if you call in the night before or anytime and say you won't be able to come in for these days, that counts. You don't have to call in that day, but apparently you still do have to because it's a different person working that morning and they don't know you called in the night before because of a lack of communication or whatever. So I got a write-up for that, and then I got a write-up for running a yellow light. So, which each of those write-ups gives me 2 points, and if I get 5 points, then I get fired. So I get 1 more point, and I'm done. So I don't know how long I'll be here. Mainly because it's like I don't really like the job, so I could pick up extra shifts and get rid of the points, but I'm like, I don't really want to work at a place that I have to, I can't get sick. I have to call in every single morning. I'm cooking at a fever and I have to get up before 7 and tell you that I won't be able to come in even though I called last night. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I get written up again, I'll probably just take it. But yeah, this is the day in the life. I decided to vlog it just in case it is one of my last few shifts. So here we go. I just arrived. So I'm parked here now, just waiting to load up. I'm not supposed to film in here, so gotta be careful. But we gotta wait till they tell us to turn our engines off, and then till they tell us that it's clear to exit the vehicle. But I'm gonna show you what it looks like before. This is my empty van right now. There's this. Here's the full truck. This one is not too bad, actually. Thought it was gonna be way worse. Alright, so I'm all loaded up and ready to go. I'm gonna put this here so I can talk a little bit. Yeah, I had to stop at the gas station, which is what usually happens. Since you have limited time on the pad, as we call it, you kind of do all your things once you're done and leave the lot. Then you get on the road and go to the gas station. So then is when I stopped, go to the bathroom, hook up my Bluetooth device to the vehicle. I almost thought of getting something caffeinated at the gas station, but decided not to because I didn't want to kind of get in the habit of going to sleep late and then just, how the fuck that happened? I don't want to get in the habit of going to bed super late and then just taking caffeine to get through the day. I will allow myself to take caffeine, but I'm gonna wait until it's a situation where I'm waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, grinding for my business, and then coming to work elsewhere or something like that, you know, where I need to put in crazy long hours to work. But I don't want to do it when I just stay up late scrolling or whatever, and then get in the habit of allowing myself to do that because I know I can just take caffeine the next day and kind of survive. So yeah, I decided not to take caffeine. I only have to drive 20 minutes to my first stop, so I think I'll be able to survive not falling asleep. And today is going to be a big load, so we'll see how it goes. I have it nice and organized right now, so it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, let's see at the first stop. It says that these are in bag 179. This is a 179. Set the phone there. Grab this guy. Now that I've emptied this bag, I'm gonna close it. I put all the boxes in here up here, which as I move this one, I'll have more space along here. So then I'll take these boxes and put them in number order like highest number here, lowest number here, and then I'll basically do the same principle in here with these smaller packages. So I'll have the lowest number here and the highest number here and everything in between like that. So far I have this package going to this address, this package, and then I need 37, 38, and 39, which are going to be out of these big boxes. So it's supposed to have, oh there we go, 37. So here's 38, and then here's 37, so 37, 38, and I need one more, which is 39. Is 039? Where's 39? 38 and 39. 93. It's probably this one, and I probably just wrote it on backwards because I'm just dyslexic. Yeah, 39. Alright, so this was kind of a long stop because I unloaded all 5 packages and then realized that they wanted me to put it on the back porch and not the front porch. But I'm not complaining because I got rid of 5 packages in one stop. Usually it's like one small little package. So, like I said, it was a long stop, but I also got rid of a good amount. So I'll call it. And it also makes sense. I mean, I definitely wouldn't want my packages on my front porch, especially if I ordered that many. There's a high chance of them getting stolen. So definitely understand it. Hopefully the rest of the stops, at least a good portion of the stops, will be way quicker than that. I think I can get in and out within 30 seconds easily. So we'll see. What is that, 39 seconds? 5:01. So I had to cut my break short because I finished eating in 7 minutes and was like, well, if I get back to the station late and get another ride up because of that, I'm going to get fired. I'm gonna get fired, and I'm not quite ready to move on yet, so I don't really want to do that. So I just cut my break short. But I'm gonna talk about some pros and cons of working here, starting with the pros. So pro number 1 is it's fair wages for the lack of thinking you have to do and the lack of hard work. Like, it's really easy work. The most you have to do is be able to lift like 50 pounds max, I think, and follow GPS. So it's extremely easy, and it does pretty good wages for how easy it is. Another pro is you don't have to worry about working in the weather, which lots of entry-level jobs that require no credentials or anything, like landscaping, construction, a lot of things like that, you got to work in shitty weather conditions. Now, when it becomes winter, that'll kind of be a different story for here. as far as not having to work in shitty weather. You don't have to drive in the snow and stuff like that, so that could kind of count as a con. Anyway, it's good pay for how easy the work is. Another pro is it's super easy to get this job because there's a high demand, since the turnover rate is really bad, meaning people leave as fast as they come, which is also a huge red flag. I think if a business struggles to keep employees, it's because it's not a good business. But if you want to get quick money, there's always opportunities here. Let me think, any other pros? Now, something else that could be a pro that to me really isn't a pro is that it's really fast, high-paced work. So if you don't want to worry about if you worry about getting bored, if it's slow and calm, you don't have to worry about that here. You know, you won't get bored. It's always something new. I kind of hate that though, which will kind of lead to the cons. One of the main cons for me is the lack of consistency. Like, it's like you can't really get into your routine, in your groove, because it's always a different van. Some of them are good, some of them are shitty, some of them are old, some of them have missing, broken parts. Some of them, the doors don't work on them, on all of them, so you have to use a different door now. Some of them don't have the same doors. It's just, there's no consistency. You never use the same routes, so you can't get used to your, you know, if you struggle to find a business or a house and then you finally find it and waste 10 minutes trying to find it, it's not like, oh, well, at least next time I'll know exactly where it is, because I may never come to this spot again. I may come here in a month, you know what I mean? So there's no consistency at all, which is a huge con to me. Another con is I don't really like work that's just like fast, super fast. You don't have to think, but it's really fast. I like work that's more like, it's slower, more relaxed, but you have to like use your brain power more, you know? That feels better for me. But this job doesn't have that at all. There's many cons. Another con is that you're kind of just, which this is probably the case for most corporations this big, but you're really just a brick in a wall. You know what I mean? You really can't go above and beyond and then be more valuable to your company because of that. Another one is communication isn't the greatest. It's kind of hard to like just communicate in general when there's like a team of 5 managing like 100+ drivers. So it's like, you know, everything is kind of automated, and you know, like I said, I got written up for no call, no show when I called and texted twice. And I was like, hey, I have COVID. So it's like, it's definitely not something that I would recommend, or like, for myself at least, definitely not something that I'm planning on like growing in. Or like, yeah, like growing in. But for now, for quick money, kind of get me out of a rut, and as a vehicle I could use to kind of fund the business that I'm starting and working on growing, then it's definitely worth it, especially since I hopefully won't be here too much longer. But yeah, we'll see if I leave when I'm ready or if I get fired, because like I said, not putting in a whole lot of effort to not get fired, as far as like, I'm not going to pick up extra shifts and I'm not going to go above and beyond when I shouldn't have gotten written up at all anyway. The 2 times I got written up one was for something that I was never told that I'm not allowed to do until after it happened. I got written up for it, which was running a yellow light. You can't run yellow lights apparently for some reason. The cameras like track it as running a red light. And the next thing was the no call, no show when I did call. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. If I do get fired right now, I might not even look for another job, because I'm in the process of starting a junk removal business, and we'll see what happens within the next few weeks. I might not have to, and I may have to, and if I do, I will, but hopefully I don't. Now, for what I'm doing, it's enough of a fit because I get to, oh my goodness, because I'm able to get full-time hours I'm able to get 40 hours a week, only working 4 days a week, which gives me a 3-day weekend, which is enough for me to work on my other sources of income, which is 2 other businesses, or another business that I've had kind of going and another business that I'm starting. Because my goal is to save up a little bit of money and then this winter head out of the U.S. With my family and just travel all winter and film it, document it, just explore. So this kind of works out for me. It's not a long-term thing. It's just a temporary thing. It's quick money. It's easy money. It's not something that I have to invest in too much. So for me, for what I'm doing, it's definitely worth it. I wouldn't do this if I was planning on staying here longer and really settling down. This wouldn't be my first choice in a job for sure. All right, I'm done for the night, or at least I'm done delivering. I gotta return to the station and do all that kind of stuff. I like how beautiful and empty this van is. Now, I'm gonna head back to the station. All right, well now I'm off for the day, and I'm gonna close out this video, but I just want to say in summary, basically, it's not a bad gig. It's really not a bad job. I went over some pros and cons. For me, I basically just expressed that this isn't quite my element, and I wouldn't want to do this long term, but overall it's not a bad gig, especially if you're okay working by yourself, or if you prefer to work by yourself and you're not super social and don't really want to interact with people. This is probably better for you. I'm not like that at all. I like being able to just joke around with guys, being able to just work as a team, figure things out as a team. You can't really do that here. But yeah, it's overall a pretty good gig if you're that kind of person. I don't like driving that much in general. Somehow driving always puts me to sleep. Maybe it's just because I'm chronically sleep deprived, but as soon as I get behind that wheel, I start fighting sleep. So driving just isn't my forte. Doing that as a career, just couldn't imagine doing that super long. And I don't really feel like I'm making that much of a positive difference either. Like, even in construction, it's like, at least I'm throwing up buildings. That buildings is always a necessity. But when it comes to this, it's like, I'm kind of catering to people's fast shopping, you know what I mean? Which, of course, is like, this is, what I'm saying sounds way more deep than it actually is. I don't think I'm actually catering to a problem. It just doesn't really make me feel fulfilled either. That's what I'm kind of trying to say. So, yeah. But I hope I gave you an experience of what it's like to be a Amazon delivery driver.